for my friend George. Do you think you've seen him? He said he'd swing by and pick me up from here sometime round about now.
George, George, George of the jungle, strong as he can be. Watch out for that tree. George, George, George of the jungle lives a life that's free. Watch out for that tree. When he gets in the scrape, he makes his escape with the help of his friend, an 888. Then away he'll schlep on his elephant, Shep, Wamfella, and Ursula stay in step. With George, George, George of the jungle, friend to you and me. Watch out for that tree. Watch out for that tree. George, George, George of the jungle, friend to you and me.
George's head hurts. Oh, George's arms hurt. Oh, George's legs hurt. But most of all, oh, George's nose really hurts. George wish he had smaller nose. Oh.
Oh, George, you don't sound too good at all. Will you be okay?
George thinks he be okay. But George is having a bad day. Everything go wrong for George today.
What's gone wrong, George?
George's cousin come to visit. Oh, no, not good when George's cousin comes.
I didn't know you had a cousin, George.
George wish he had no cousin. Cousin James not from jungle. George knows jungle ways.
Well, I'm sure you could teach him, George.
George tried to teach James. James not listen. James bring puppy dog into jungle.
Oh, he brought his dog? How nice.
Puppy not jungle animal. Monkey, jungle animal. Lion, jungle animal. Puppy, not jungle animal.
So you explained that to James.
Yes, George say, George king of jungle. George say, jungle rule number 1, no puppies.
Then what did he say?
He say something bad. He say, George not king of jungle, cousin king.
Oh, no, he didn't.
And look, what used to say George's jungle, now say James's jungle.
Oh, that's too bad.
And there's more bad things.
More?
Cousin sit in George's tree. Cousins eat all George's bananas.
That's not good.
Cousins say, James king of jungle. James make new rules.
New rules? Like what?
George's rule, don't put head in crocodile mouth.
And that's a very good rule.
Cousin's new rule, try to put head in crocodile mouth and see what happens. Cousin not know ways of jungle. Cousin not know silly rule.
That's a very silly rule, isn't it, boys and girls?
Crocodile chase cousin. Cousin hiding up tree. George think that funny.
But are you sure he's safe?
Yes, cousin's safe. Crocodile find something else to eat.
Ooh, I hope it's not me. Well, George, that's some day that you've had.
Yes, cousin make George feel very cross. Cousin, not king of jungle. Cousin can no make jungle rules.
George, do you know who your cousin James reminds me of?
Who?
Well, all of us.
George, not silly like James.
Well, we're all silly sometimes. God is the one who is best at making up rules because he is really king of the world. But sometimes we're like James, and we try to make up our own rules.
What you mean?
Well, God has rules like to be kind to others. But sometimes we think we know better than God, and we change his rules.
That make God angry?
Well, yes. And I'm sure he feels very frustrated when we keep getting ourselves into trouble, like your cousin James did with the crocodile.
Maybe George tried to follow God's rules. George not be silly like cousin.
That's good. Uh-oh.
Oh, no, crocodile back. George, be kind to cousin. George, rescue cousin from crocodile. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
George, George, George of the jungle, strong as he can be. Watch out for that tree.
Uh-oh.
George, George,
Too late.
lives a life that's free.